dream. In other words, you know, they can, as they have been doing, changing it, like through Obamacare, you know, through the Marriage Act, that sort of thing. So that's kind of what we need from that standpoint.
You see, that's why I put it down. I wasn't quite understanding the question that you.
Yeah, living document means it's malleable, it can be changed.
Yeah, see, I don't believe in that. And I think I explained it, or I tried to explain it. When I looked at it as a living document, yeah, it's a document it's alive, that supports this country, it supports Texas. That's what I was looking at. And it stands on its own and shouldn't be changed. I mean, our forefathers, when they sat down and wrote the Constitution, they wrote it for a reason. It's to protect the people from the government, not to protect the government from the people. And, you know, the Texas Constitution is the same way. To me, that was a living document. That's what I thought.
Actually, it's kind of the converse. You know, it's stone cold dead, and that's where we want it. We don't want anybody to change it, to raise it, to
I don't believe it should be changed. You know, it's written for a reason, and it's written for a purpose, and it serves a purpose for the people and by the people.
Okay, all right. You said, so you think in the county that the county is hiring based on the good old boy, and you mentioned that you think it's a big problem. Can you elaborate on that?
I don't believe in the good old boy system. Never have. I guess I wasn't born and raised here, so when I come in here, when I got elected, I don't owe anybody anything. Never have and never will. I hire people. My personal experience is I hire you because I think you can do the job that I'm hiring you to do. Not because you belong to somebody or you're a friend to somebody, or because Joe Blow has called me and says, hey, my friend needs a job hiring. Because that happened to me when I very first took office. My example is going to be what happened. I got elected to office. I've been in office about 2 or 3 months. I dropped the name. Judge Sadler came to me. He says, Gene, he says, I have a friend that needs a job. And told me who it was, and I'm going, I said, I don't have any positions. He said, I'll create a position for you. I said, well, sir, I said, I've got other people that are higher up the ladder than what he is. He said, okay. I said, but I could use that position, Judge. And he says, nope. And walked away. I said, okay. And that's the way it's been ever since. That's why I've never gotten anybody.
Okay.
But that's one of the reasons I think it was.
Good enough for me.
Yeah. You said you have 4 office personnel, 4 women that work in the office?
I have 4 women that work in the office, yes.
And how long has they been with you?
Mary has been with me, my office manager has been with me since day one. She worked for the old regime, and I kept her on. And I kept one of the other ladies, but she moved on her own. And then Anita, she's been with me for probably 12 years maybe. And my other girl, she's fairly new, she's probably been with me 8. And my other one been with me, well, she came back, she was a deputy, worked for me for a long time. And then she decided she was going to retire, and she did. Well, she wanted to come back out of retirement, wanted to come back, but not as a deputy, she just wanted to come in as a clerk. I just happened to have an opening at that time, so I brought her back in, and she's been with me now for probably close to a year, maybe.
Well, they apparently are doing something right if they balance their tail for sure. Describe why you think that you are the best to be reelected, best of the candidates to be reelected to you.
I'm the only one that has 15 years experience as constable. I know what the job is, been doing this job, and done budgets. I know how to work with people. I don't micromanage. So I have adults working for me, and I tell them, you know, you're the adult. I shouldn't have to micromanage, I shouldn't have to look over your shoulder, I shouldn't have to watch everything you do. If I do, I don't need you working for me.
Very good.
And, well, the bottom line is I'm the only one that has the experience. I've had budget experience for the last 15 years with it. Prior to that, I've had budget experience, supervisory experience. I've been to a number of schools. I have over 3,000 hours of law enforcement training and education. And some of that is in supervision. And I have a great staff that works for me.
Very good.
Okay, great. We've got 5 minutes.
Okay. There's a couple questions in here about the Good Old Boy Network and about corruption in our government. And a lot of that came from the things that were exposed with the Joe Carter jail scandal. And then we noticed that there are several other shady deals that have been going on in the county. The fact that we got a lot of nepotism. Several commissioners have kids and relatives working for the county. Do you have a policy in your office about nepotism? Do you have anybody in your office that's related to anybody else on the county payroll?
No.
Is that a known policy that you wouldn't handle under the power?
When I have had a couple people that have come to me that wanted their daughter to come work for me, and I told them no. They have come in as a reserve, but not as a full-time deputy. I don't believe in family members working together.
Yeah.
For the simple reason is if you have family members working together and you have a family disturbance at home or a family disagreement at home and it comes to the office, then you got trouble at home, you got trouble at the office. I don't need that. So no, I do not believe in hiring people that are related.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, just a little bit of follow-up on the question from last time. How much growth has there been? You've got the central part of the county, the lines probably haven't changed a whole lot in those 15 years. What's the population done in those 15 years? Has it gone up 10%, up double, whatever it has? What kind of growth have you seen in your precinct?
We have a lot of, we have building going on every day. We got the Camp Strick project that's being taken over by the firm, I can't remember the name of it now, but we got that going in. That's going to be a huge boost to the economy here in Montgomery County, in Conroe itself.
And that's all within precinct 2?
It's all in precinct 2. Yeah, as far as population growth, I don't have a clue what the number would be. But it's growing every day. And when we go out and talk about things, we say that Montgomery County is one of the fastest growing counties, not only in Texas, but in the country, in the nation. We're among the top 10, if not among the top 5 in the country, as the fastest growing county around here. Growth here in Montgomery County and the building, you can see it every day. There's places I go out that I haven't been in a couple months, and I'll drive through and I'm going, wow, when'd they build that? And it's astronomical. How many people are actually coming here to Montgomery County to live? And of course, like I said, the project over at Camp Strick there is going to be humongous. So, and there's the manpower right there again. Even though it's inside the city limits of Conroe, it's still part of the precinct 2, and still part of my coverage where I have to cover.
Okay. All right, great, thanks. That concludes the Q&A, so if you like, we can take up to 5 minutes to close, and we'll wrap it up.
Well, again, I appreciate the invite to come down and sit down and visit with you all. Appreciate the questionnaire. I tried to get that back to you as quick as possible.
Appreciate that.
I know I delayed a little bit. We were off for I think Thursday and Friday during Thanksgiving, and I didn't get back into the office until Monday morning. And when I went through the 10,000 emails I had, I finally come to that one. I'm going, whoa! But I can't thank y'all enough for having me down here and sit down and visit with you all. I love to get out and talk to people and sit down and visit and answer questions that people have. And one thing I do is I'm never politically correct. Never have been, never will be. I don't answer a question that you ask me because I think it's something you want to hear. I answered the question, there's something that comes from here and comes from here, and hopefully it comes out here right. It's just the way I am. And when I stand up to give a talk to somebody or talk to a group or something, you'll never see me with anything written down in front of me, because I never felt that I really needed it. I've always felt that if I always speak what comes from my heart, and what comes from my mind up here, hopefully it comes out correctly, that everybody, likes what I have to say. And no, the people that live in precinct 2 that vote for me, obviously they like what I have to do, because, they've elected me for 15 years now, so. And again, like I say, I love my job. The only thing I don't like about it is the politics that happens every 4 years. But other than that, it's probably the greatest job I've ever had. Going out and helping people in the community, doing things for kids, being there for people that need help, our soldiers. When every soldier that has come home, that have paid the ultimate price, we have given an escort to them, and I'm proud of that. Our kids in the schools, when they need something, and I'm able to donate to them, whether it's the Golden Girls or the football team or the basketball team, or just the kids at Wilkinson Elementary, I donate. Just to help out. And I do it because I want to, not because I have to. And that's one thing that I'm very proud of. Even my staff. I mean, I'll tell you a quick story. Was coming down the freeway one day, and I seen a woman walking northbound on 45, and I told my chief, I said, go check on her and see what's wrong. She was walking, not hitchhiking, just walking. So we went and picked her up and brought her to the office. And I said, what's going on? He said, well, she's trying to get back home. Her boyfriend brought her to Houston, dumped her at his sister's house, took her purse and her money and left. So she's walking home. I said, well, let's find out how much it's going to cost her a bus ticket. Let's give her a bus ticket. So we did. Took her down to the bus station, bought her a bus ticket, gave her $50 cash to have money to eat on the way home, and that's what we did. And my guys, they all, gosh, I can't be more proud of my staff, because we all work that way. We help people. My captain, when we're in a restaurant or something, we're eating, and sees a veteran in there or an elderly person, a lot of times we'll just pick up the check. It's something to do. And that is what makes my office the best, and I mean the greatest constable's office in Montgomery County, because that's what we do. And I got 1 minute left, starting now. So again, I want to thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart. I love coming out and talking to people, as you can see. So, and, another thing is, he asked me if I had anybody that sponsored me, or that says, and I answered no. I found out this today, that Conroe Police Department is endorsing me.
Oh, all right. Okay, well, great. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate your time and for running for re-election.
Thank you for serving our country.
And
Yes.
serving our country, yes.